You clicked on this video because you want to know if Shopify is truly good for beginners. So let me cut straight to the point. Shopify can be awesome, but it can also be a total headache. Today, I'm going to break down Shopify's pros and cons. I'm going to give you a final verdict. Is it the best choice for you, or are there smarter, easier ways to get started? Stick around because the answer might surprise you. Walter here, your buddy in e-commerce. First of all, I've launched stores on Shopify myself, and the results were mixed. Some were good, some were not so good, but before I tell you about that, let me give you a rundown on the pluses and minuses. I'll tell you what I like about Shopify, what I don't like, and who it's really for. And then I'll tell you about my own Shopify experiments. If you enjoy my content and are serious about making your e-com business work, then give this video a like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Let's get started. Shopify Pros. Alright, let's begin with the pros. To put it simply, Shopify really is a giant in the e-commerce world. It boasts a big reputation that is rightfully earned. It's not for no reason that Shopify has become a household name in e-commerce and drop shipping. I mean, most YouTube videos where guys talk about drop shipping, everyone knows they mean Shopify by default. And no, most of these YouTubers are not affiliated with the platform. For them, it's just the only way. Okay, so let's discuss what I like about it. First of all, brand control and customization. This is probably my favorite part. On Shopify, you control every detail of your store's look. The layout, the branding, the shopping experience. I loved this when I launched my own store because I didn't want to look like every other site out there. Being able to design it my way made the store feel like it was mine. Customer data and marketing. This is also huge. On Shopify, you actually own your customer data. That means you can run email campaigns, retargeting ads, loyalty programs, whatever you want. I tested this with one of my stores, and just sending out a few simple emails brought customers back and doubled my repeat orders. It works. Next is flexibility. Shopify has an app store that's loaded with thousands of integrations. Subscriptions, reviews, systems, rewards programs, upsell tools, all that good stuff. The one I used the most was a review app. It instantly made my store look trustworthy, which boosted my conversions. For me, that was worth every penny. And lastly, reliability. And this one often gets overlooked. Shopify is rock solid. I never had to worry about my store crashing when I ran ads and suddenly got traffic spikes. Compare that to a self-hosted site, one glitch and your store's down for hours. I like knowing that that side of things was handled. Shopify Cons. So yeah, Shopify has a lot going for it, but don't crack open the victory beer just yet because this is where most beginners get tripped up. Here are the downsides that most people don't like to talk about. First of all, the cost. Sure, the basic Shopify plan looks cheap, about $30 a month, but that's just the entry ticket. Once you start growing, the Plus plan can run you over $2,000 a month. It's a big difference, right? And it doesn't stop there. You want upsell ads, fancy themes, email marketing add-ons? Suddenly, you're shelling out hundreds every month, and you end up staring at your credit card bill thinking, where the heck did all this come from? Online gurus say it's so easy, just drag and drop. Yeah, sure, but when you actually get into ads, analytics, conversion tracking, and settings, it's not beginner friendly. I remember sitting there staring at dashboards, feeling like I needed a degree in digital marketing just to make sense of it. And this is a big drawback. Shopify doesn't bring you customers. You can have the prettiest store in the world, but without the traffic, it's just a ghost town. You've got to earn every single click yourself. That means paying for ads, building an audience on social media, or hustling with influencers. And if you're new, that learning curve is steep. So yeah, Shopify is powerful, but it's also expensive, complicated, and heavily dependent on marketing. So let's answer the main question. Who is Shopify for? Honestly, it's built for people who want to create and run a brand. If you're serious about creating a unique store, controlling the customer experience, and you're ready to invest time and money into marketing, Shopify is probably the best option for you. That's why celebrities like Mr. Beast, Taylor Swift, and Beyonce run their stores on Shopify. But let's be real here. They also have massive exposure, big budgets, and teams of professionals that run their Shopify businesses for them. Now, I'm not saying you have to be the next Mr. Beast to succeed. Regular folks like you and me can also make Shopify work. But you've got to treat it like a serious business. You've got to build a brand, learn marketing, and put in the hours. If you're not ready for that, you'll burn out fast. But you know what's great? Not everyone needs that. Some folks just want steady, passive income without turning their store into a marketing machine. Thank heavens there are options just for those people. And the most obvious, and at the same time effective choice, it's Amazon. Why? The answer is simple, because it works. Sure, it's not so flashy and doesn't have that premium feel of Shopify, but many sellers, including myself, are happy with their Amazon stores. This is what I like about it. First of all, it has a massive customer base. Millions of people shop on Amazon every single day. The traffic is already there. You don't have to chase it down. There are buyers for every kind of product, even the most niche ones. Second, Amazon handles the fulfillment for you. It stores, packs, ships, and even deals with returns, all for you. That's a massive headache off your plate. Third, they provide traffic. Unlike Shopify, you're not stuck trying to drive people to your site. They're already browsing Amazon and they're ready to buy. And fourth, Amazon has great advertising tools. Sponsored products help you stay visible in search results. Sure, it's pay to play, but it's effective. But Shopify and Amazon aren't the only options. There's some in-between platforms that try to mix the best of both worlds. You might have heard of platforms like Wix, ecommerce, or Squarespace. I've tried many of them, and I'll do a comparison video someday if you want. Some of them are great, by the way. Some are not so much. But the one tool I've stuck with for the last couple of years is Selvia. I've got multiple stores there, and together they bring me $6,000 to $7,000 a month in net profit. Here's why it works for me. The first and main advantage is that you can launch a full store in just a couple of clicks. Hell, you can even register a domain right inside the platform. For a complete beginner, that saves hours of frustration. No messing with tech, no Googling how do I connect my DNS. Just a few clicks and your store's live. Selvia actually helps you open an Amazon seller account and allows you to upload products directly to it. That's huge because Amazon on its own can be a maze. Having someone walk you through it step by step means you're not lost in the paperwork or stuck figuring it all out alone. And here's one of my favorite things about Selvia. Selvia provides you with pre-made content, social media strategies, and even video promos that you can plug right in. This is especially great for somebody like me. Instead of spending nights trying to design Instagram posts, I could just focus on selling. And here's another big advantage of Selvia. I'm not going to be talking about your typical customer support where you either chat with a bot or receive scripted replies bouncing from one manager to another. With Selvia, you get an actual person who guides you through the process. Believe me, it's a real game changer. Anytime I was stuck, I had someone to consult with. That kind of support is priceless, especially in the early stages when everything feels overwhelming. And the last feature I want to highlight is automated campaigns on 5 major platforms. That means Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google, and YouTube. Normally, setting up ads on even one of those platforms feels like learning a new language. Here, it's very simple. Generally speaking, Selvia feels like a mix of Shopify and Amazon with a lot of extra support built in. You get the freedom to run your own store, but you're not on your own. Sure, both Amazon and Selvia have their downsides. I mean, no duh, which platform doesn't? But considering the price to quality ratio, these shortcomings are easy to overlook. If you've tried other platforms or services that worked for you, let me know in the comments. I'm always curious what helps others to succeed. Alright, I promised to tell you about my own experience with Shopify, so here it is. About 5 years ago, my friend and I decided to sell home fitness gear. You know, it was during COVID lockdown and made people want to stay fit, so we thought it would be a good idea. We built our store on Shopify, ran ads, and we actually made sales. For some time, we thought we had it. But pretty quickly, we started to run into a major problem. Without a solid marketing strategy and more budget, we couldn't scale. Neither of us had a strong background in advertising or content making, and we weren't social media personalities. Moreover, we didn't want to do all that. Our goal was just to earn a bit of extra money. So very soon, the sales started slowing down. The ad costs kept climbing, the niche started to become saturated, and eventually we had to let the store go. Now, I don't consider this a failure. It was a great experiment that helped me realize there's no best option. Each platform has its strengths and weaknesses. So what's the takeaway? Think of Shopify as the Apple of the e-commerce world. Like Apple products, Shopify is great, cutting edge, and it has an impeccable reputation. But does that mean that there are no other good tech companies out there? Hell no. There's Samsung, Lenovo, Asus, Dell, you name it. If your dream is to build a serious brand, Shopify can be great, but it takes money, patience, and a lot of work. But if your goal is simpler, like say running a small store and having a steady income, then other platforms might be a better starting point. And there's nothing wrong with that. Not everyone wants to be a brand building machine. Some of us just want freedom, stability, and a way out of the 9-to-5 grind. So, is Shopify good for beginners? Yes, but only if you're ready to hustle hard and ready to invest your money. But if you're looking for a passive income, start with something simpler. My next video will be about a topic almost nobody talks about: how to overcome imposter syndrome in e-commerce. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out. This is Walter, your buddy in e-com, signing out. See you next time.